Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice from, I wish you good tidings today. Okay, now we have another story, that has to do with the Ooni's palace once again. There's always breaking news, especially now that it appears the palace is experiencing a lot of festivities, more than 6 months ago, he was blessed with beautiful twins, and just not too long ago, a few days back, he was blessed once again, as Queen Ashley, our own Queen Ashley, gave birth to her son, who she rightly tagged or referred to as the crown prince, So now, what we are bringing to you right now is what we are hearing is in the social media. I see it. It's more of like a rumor. It's been alleged. That Ashley's father, Ashley's father's people. The dad is late now, but her people, her father's people, who are from the Lafogido family and the entire Lafogido ruling house, have queued behind in support of that statement that. Their daughter Ashley made regarding the fact that her son is a crown prince. Maybe I think they are taking this from the fact that the great Ifa oracle has also confirmed this. And don't forget that, look, the reason why the Lafogido ruling house is standing gidigba behind Ashley is because of the fact that, you see, they are one ruling house that have always wanted to come back and test that stool once again, because it's been a very, very long time they had that privilege. And that was why when it was time for the new king, the new Ooni to be installed after late Obasijuade joined his ancestors, the rivalry between the four ruling houses was even narrowed, kind of narrowed down to a rivalry between the Lafogido and Gise family. That is what it narrowed down to. And it was really a very fierce battle between these two ruling houses because the Lafogido ruling house felt like, okay, they were being marginalized. They felt like the laws, the if chieftaincy declaration laws, which is like what gives the guidelines for the emergence of a new Ooni. They felt like it was skewed towards certain one of the houses, So they were the house. Lafogido house was that house that came out to challenge and call for the review of the first chieftaincy declaration. They came out and they said they are going to test. They came out and said that chieftaincy declaration law is due for review because in their estimation, it is skewed towards one particular house. So they didn't like it. They came out and they spoke. They were so vehement with their threat that this review has to be done at that time. There was even a time that they came out to say, look, they are not going to step down because there was a time that the two houses were trying to negotiate. Okay, you step down for this, step down for this. What the Lafogido family said then through their secretary at that time was that, look, they are not stepping down for anyone, that they are as qualified as any other ruling house among the four ruling houses. They are as qualified as the Gise ruling house. So they were so vehement in making that point known. So they said they were going to go all out to make that to go into the to do the final haul, to follow through all the right up till when and Ooni is chosen. It was this same Lafogido ruling house that said it is not enough to just say you are following certain standard. They insisted that the Ifa oracle must be consulted. Yes, you heard me well. Because of the rivalry between Lafogido ruling house and Gise, when it was becoming apparent that the Gise ruling house was going to carry the day, they came up and they said, look, just meeting the prescribed conditions as far as the chieftaincy declaration was concerned was not enough for them. That they must, as a matter of necessity, they must consult Ifa oracle. And they had their way, and eventually the Ifa oracle was consulted. It was after that was done, and after all the consultations was done, and the present Ooni, emerged, out of about initial 35 lists from the Gise family. Eventually, it was now pulled down to 6 of them from Gise family, who now, competed, you know, together with the others, and especially the people from Lafogido. It is after the Ifa oracle was consulted and Ifa made that choice. That was the only time that the Lafogido ruling house, calmed down. And of course, when the Ifa oracle has spoken, who are you to say? It's like their own Supreme Court. In Nigeria today, in our jurisprudence, when you have a case and there are layers of steps, up and up, but the moment that case, gets to the Supreme Court, that's whatever declaration or whatever judgment the Supreme Court passes becomes law itself. And at that point, you can only appeal to God. So the Ifaraku was consulted, and the present Oba, the great Ooni of Ife, Ade, was picked. That was when they stepped down and they accepted and they congratulated the present Ooni. So you can see that I mean, the rivalry between these two houses is not easy. It has always been there, and it will not. I don't think it will come to an end. So I think with the birth of this prince who has been described as the crown prince, the Lafogidi family are actually very happy with this development, and that is why they are throwing their weight behind their own daughter, because they see this as an avenue, as a leeway to also getting this too. Because in their estimation, the Lafogido family and the Gese family has now come together as one by virtue of this crown prince. So what it means is this seems to be the fastest route or the easiest route for them to have a taste of that stool once again. So this is the foundation, and this is the alleged story we are hearing, and we feel like we cannot get this news and we don't bring it to your doorstep. So that is what is making the rounds right now. Uh, I just want to appreciate every one of you who has been there for this channel. This is a young channel that's just coming up. But like I said, we will always bring you stories that that make sense, stories that are quite authentic, and as they are, and they will come out as they are coming out very hot. So thank you once again for listening to us. Thank you for liking our videos. Thank you for sharing. And most importantly, I want to appeal that don't just watch, don't just like, don't just share, but do subscribe so that this channel can grow and be able to do more for you guys. And please, let's make this happen. And let's just make this happen. Thank you so much. And God bless you. Bye bye.